Before we answer Maxine's question, maybe we should just talk a little bit more about these formulas to let people know why they're so potent, why they're so highly concentrated, and just you mentioned manufacturing. We manufacture our own products, and why we manufacture them the way we do, why they're raw, why they're natural, why they're organic, why we make them the way they are, why we have so many testing that we go through, why they cost so much. They cost so much because we put everything in them to make sure that they work and that they're safe. Just the manufacturing that we go through is very elaborate. And Jill, you do a lot of that work with manufacturing to ensure high quality.
Yeah. So one example is our circulatory formula. Those of you who take it, it was sold out there since late December.
Wow.
And now it's June and we just got it back in. But for the entire year before we sold out, we actually were trying to procure our next batch of raw material, is what we call it. One of the ingredients in the circulatory formula is carrot. Although we don't get the USDA certification for organic, so you don't see that on our label, but we actually do source only organic ingredients for our products. And we had purchased from our usual suppliers our batch of carrot. And we tell the suppliers in advance what our expectations are so that they don't send us batches of raw material that don't meet our standards. But we always test anyway, just to be sure, because very often several things can happen. Let's say we ordered organic carrot, but there's something else in there. So when we do the testing, it shows that this is not purely carrot, meaning they're filling it with some other similar vegetable that is not carrot. Or we find remnants of things that tell us that this is not organic, that it was grown with certain pesticides. So when we test it ourselves and it doesn't meet our standards, we have to reject it. And I would say that for over 8 months straight, we were rejecting every batch of carrot. We kept switching suppliers and trying to get the right ingredient, and we couldn't. And so our formula just sold out. And that is important for you to know, that we wouldn't just make a product.
We don't cut corners.
We will not cut corners, and we will not make a product that's substandard, because the reason you're paying the money you're paying is because we're ensuring that you're getting the highest quality, highest potency, safest and most effective formula that you expect from NuSpecies, that you've probably already been taking and getting results. So for us to give you something less than that would make no sense.
Right. And a lot of you have asked me, this is a good one. A lot of you who have been waiting for the circulation formula have asked me, so Aston, I went to the supermarket and I see a lot of carrots in the supermarket. What do you mean you can't get carrot when the supermarkets are loaded with carrots? Why can't you go to a supermarket and buy the darn carrots and make the formula for us?
Oh boy. Well, the supermarkets have their own suppliers that are not ours. We go through a whole separate set of...
They don't go through what we go through.
Right.
Yeah.
But how many people told you that they tried to replicate the ingredients just by going to the grocery store and make it themselves?
A lot of people do.
Yeah.
You probably need to eat a barrel of carrots to get a tablespoon of the NuSpecies circulation formula, believe it or not.
Right. And then because of the quality...
A barrel in one eat.
And just like we tell you, like we buy the organic carrot ingredient from our suppliers, and it's not actually organic when we test it.
Yeah.
And we have to send it back. So when you think you're buying organic carrot or ginger or whatever the other ingredients are in our products that you think you could recreate at home, you're not getting the quality that we're getting. And then because we make all of our products raw, so we use cold processing, we don't kill any of the heat sensitive or damage any of the heat sensitive components of the ingredients. You're getting the most powerful version of that, what that vegetable or herb has to offer.